Hey everybody, this is Jim Grisanzio from the Oracle Groundbreakers team, and we're in Tokyo, Japan here tonight. I'm here with Dmitry Kornilov. Dmitry, welcome.
Thank you.
I'm really glad you're here. Actually, I just sat through your presentation on Project Helidon. This is basically a follow-up to the Java Community Conference here in Tokyo from Saturday. So this is basically a Meet the Experts session here at the Oracle office in Aoyama, and you can see it's very, very quiet here. We were doing interviews at the conference, and it was loud.
It's because the sessions are on now, right? I just finished, but there are more sessions, and now folks are talking about Java SE there.
Yes.
Right, so this is why it's quiet now.
And we're quiet actually out here in the hallway, so it's very nice. So tell me about Project Helidon. You guys were involved with the creation of it. You're from Prague, Oracle Prague, and so let's talk about Helidon.
Okay, Project Helidon is quite a cool project, and it's Java libraries for creating microservices, the easy way, right? And the project is quite young. It's open sources. It's been open sources about a year ago, but work on that started some time ago in Prague. I think in 2015, the first code for a project called Airport were made, and after that, it get a little bit bigger. It was called Prime, and after that, name was changed, and some kind of philosophy behind it was changed, and it started to be called J4C. And at the end, last year, we managed to open source it, make it public to the community. It's actually very important to make project open source and under Apache 2 license. And now it's Helidon. And you are welcome to use it. You are welcome to try it. You are welcome to contribute there. It's the similar concept as, let's say, Spring Boot. It's similar concept as Quarkus. It's similar concept as Micronaut. We support GraalVM. We support different development experience. So I used a lot of buzzwords. I'm running out of buzzword. GraalVM as well. Right. So feel free to go to helidon.io, check it out, try it out. Yeah.
Cool. You mentioned, I think the phrase was microservices the easy way or something like that. What do you mean by that?
It means that microservices is actually not complicated, right? So you just take Helidon and create your own project using our quick start guides, and you have a microservice because we provide many functionality for microservice out of the box. We support microprofile. We provide out of the box metrics, health checks, open tracing, and you can use databases with Helidon. So I call it easy.
Okay, cool. Now, this is actually a very new project, right? I mean, it went through a series of name changes, but it's just a couple of years old now?
It's 1 year old. Yeah, it was open sourced last year, so in September, I think. So it's became visible for community only last year, and we released the first production-ready version 14th of February, St. Valentine's Day this year, right? I remember it well. Yeah, it's quite young.
Cool. Okay, so it was under Apache, you mentioned, I believe, right? So the Apache license, right?
Yes, it's Apache 2 license.
Okay, so now it's open source, and you guys presumably are looking for contributions, right?
Definitely, this is one of the reasons we are talking, Jim, right? Because I'm trying to get Java community know about this project. I'm trying to, not force, but actually by asking, maybe you're interested to try it, right? And if you like it, use it. It's production ready, you can use it in production. And if you're willing to contribute, you're always welcome to contribute. It's Apache 2 license. Submit your PRs to our GitHub repository.
Excellent. Okay, so the talk that I sat through a little bit earlier, that was the same talk you gave actually earlier on Saturday to the Java community here, or something different?
No. I delivered Jakarta EE today and tomorrow talk for JJAC conference. We didn't accept my Helidon talk for some reason. And I delivered Helidon talk here for experts meetup. Yeah, so these were different talks.
Okay. So I'm interested in what your impression was from the event, actually on Saturday, because you mentioned a little bit earlier this is your first visit to Japan. That was a very well-run, very large conference over the weekend, and just wondering what your impression was.
My impressions are good. So, first of all, a lot of people, and people are listening. And I had basically almost full room for my Jakarta talk there. And I had questions after the conference. And as you know, the main part of the conference is not sessions, discussions, after the sessions. So we really had a nice discussions with speakers and with participants. So I think it was absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, it was a huge amount of energy. We were doing interviews in the party at the end, and it was very, very loud while they're doing the lightning talks and stuff. A huge energy, and yeah.
Yeah, and I liked that party after that, just wanted to say with Japanese food and stuff, so.
Absolutely. There was plenty of sushi and plenty of other food and lots of beer and maybe some wine as well. I mean, a lot of, it was a full day of sessions, about 1,000 people or so. But at the end, I mean, it was very, very quiet, going through the sessions. But at the end, basically everything exploded, and the amount of energy and the amount of conversations that were taking place. It's very much like an unconference, at the end.
Yeah, exactly. Everything is Japanese, so I understood only, almost, I didn't understand almost anything there, but people definitely had fun,
Okay, so you mentioned the Jakarta EE project. What's up with that?
Oh, yeah. As you know, I can talk about that for quite some time, right?
Maybe just briefly.
I'll try to be short. That Java EE at the end of 2017 decided to be transferred to the open source foundation, Eclipse Foundation, and I was involved there from inception. So in Oracle, we checked all the components, make sure that everything's fine from the legal perspective, everything is fine from the security perspective, made a lot of code modifications, moved to Eclipse Foundation, and now it's called Jakarta EE, and first version of Jakarta EE was released in September, just before Code 1. I think it was 10th of September. And this release is fully compatible with Java EE release, but it has open source license, and it comes from the Eclipse Foundation. So this is kind of our first step to make a true open source version of Enterprise Java, and going to be cloud native too.
Excellent. So lots of open source here, obviously. So when you get around for your job, I mean, do you do a lot of developer advocacy, a lot of traveling for this type of stuff?
Now, I'm actually not a developer's advocate, right? I'm a software developer manager, and
You're doing real work.
Yeah, I am doing real work in Prague. I'm managing team, which is responsible for Project Helidon and for Jakarta EE components. And the secondary stuff I do is developer advocacy, right? So yes, I'm running to different conferences. Again, this is not my primary job sometimes, to talk primarily about Project Helidon and sometimes about Jakarta EE. We're also participating in different meetups and helping our customers to make POCs of microservices based on Helidon, like teaching them, helping them, sometimes helping them with architecture and this kind of stuff. So if someone from our listeners interested in using Project Helidon, just contact me and we'll talk about how we can help you.
Cool. So is this something that you obviously enjoy getting out and actually mixing with developers?
No, sure. I'm a communicative person.
Okay. Well, Dmitry, thank you very much for coming by. We have another couple of sessions here, in the conference room behind us. Let's, hop back into those rooms. And for you guys out there, this is it from Tokyo, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.